Hey y'all, before I even like start this video or the intro or whatever the case may be, y'all go follow my Instagram right now. Y'all know I got disabled, so y'all go follow my Instagram right now. Please, I love y'all so much. You go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to this video now before y'all even watch it. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and head into the intro because I know it's a little weird, but I just needed to pop in here and tell y'all. Hey y'all, it's Addie Nicole and I'm back with another video. So today's video, as you can tell by the story, is story time. And yes, it's a juicy one. It's a juicy one, and it's not what y'all think. Well, a little bit, it kind of is, but like, it's not what you think. So before you like get to y'all assumptions about me and jump to the comments, let me just tell y'all the story first, okay? Okay. Comment 2022 if you're listening right now, because we're about to head into the new year. Well, first we're gonna head into Vlogmas, but after Vlogmas it'll be the new year. So let's just go ahead and hop into the story time. Okay, so y'all already know you gotta get the fake names. Y'all gotta get the fake names. So my ex's name, and I'm gonna tell a lot of stories about my ex, so I'm gonna give him a name that it's just gonna be like the same name in every like story time I do about him. My ex's name is gonna be Street, because he's for the streets. That is gonna be his name, Street, because he's for the streets. Even though this video, yeah, his name is gonna be Streets for this video. So my ex's name will be Streets. We're gonna name the best friend that I'm hey with, we're gonna call him Small, and y'all will see why. Y'all will see why. We already get my club. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the story. So me and Street had dated we were together. I dated together, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the terminology, but let's just say dated. Okay, cool. Learn it, live it, love it. So me and Street were dating from July of 2019 to November of 2019. Mind y'all, my birthday is in November. So we've been dating, whatever, everything was cool. He broke up with me. He broke up with me that November. Why he broke up with me was not because of cheating, not because of none of that. It was some dumb shit. That's all I'm gonna say. It was some dumb shit. But we broke up. And after we broke up, I was very hurt. Like, he broke up with me a week after my 18th birthday. So I was obviously, I was still young. I still am young, but I was very young. I had a very childish mindset at the time. I just turned 18, barely 18. Just broke up with me, and I was very, very hurt by that. Like, you broke up. Like, I love this man. I love this man. Like, Street is really like, why you gotta be for the streets? Cause I want you. But anyways. So I'm like, all right, well, me, I used to, I'm not like this now. I used to be the type where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go mess with another nigga, not even like sexually, like just go be with other boys or men or whatever, just so I can get my mind off somebody else. And I don't do that no more because it doesn't work. But I used to do that. So I went and I didn't purposely do what I'm about to tell y'all. It's just God's plan, clearly. I started talking to this boy which I named him Small. I started talking to Small on Snapchat. So me and Small, we talking, everything cool. Never met Small in person. Don't have this man on Instagram. Obviously, I know what he looks like because of the Snapchat, so you see him. But like, did not have this man on Instagram. Not had none of his socials. So we've been talking for a little, a couple of days. At this, I don't know. We've been talking, like, sliding up in her eyes. Me and Small was just flirting it up. Me and Small been texting on Snapchat, all that, and we finally decided we're gonna link up that Friday or Saturday of that week. And so the day we decided to link up, I just happened to be like, what's your Instagram? Like, I don't know why I didn't ask for it, but something was just like, let me go ask for his Instagram. So I'm like, oh, what's your Instagram? Y'all, when I type in this man's Instagram, guess what the first thing I see? A music video of Street and Small together. Boy, you gotta be kidding me. What's up? God, you set me up. I'm like, really? It just had to be him. It just had to be him. So in that moment, it was really a decision. Like, I really should have just made a decision. Like, don't link him. Like, you see that they clearly bros. Mind you, Street had never introduced me to him. She had never introduced me to him. He never mentioned him. He was never on his page. So did not know they were bros. And then of course in the mutuals, it said that they followed each other. And I was like, oh my God, can you save me? was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm like, this is when the Scorpio in me kicked in. It was like, you can go in, hey this nigga to get back. Now looking back on it, it's like, don't do that. Don't mess with nobody if you don't get back. But at the same time, I was young. I still am, like I said, but I was just younger, and it was very childish. Like, I'm not like that now, but like, that was a very childish mindset. So I made the executive decision to link up with him. And it's probably one of my top 5 biggest regrets. Definitely, probably top 5, probably the 5th. Yeah, probably the 5th most regretful thing I've done. So yeah, so he's texting me, he's like, okay, we're gonna link up. And I'm like, all right. And so after I get his Instagram, I just play it cool. I don't mention it, I'm not talking to my ex no more, or I'm not talking to Street no more. I don't mention it small that they know each other. I don't mention that's my ex. I just hear no evil, see no evil. That's how I was looking at it. I ain't see nothing, I ain't see it. So Small decided that we was gonna link up and we was gonna hang out. He was like, I want you to spend the night at my Airbnb in Atlanta, I was like, cool. He's like, I'm gonna have somebody come get you and they'll take you down to Atlanta. At the time, I did not live in Atlanta. My parents were, I lived at my parents' house. Atlanta was 45 minutes about. So they came and got me, the homies, and then we went to the Airbnb. We got there, I was saying hi to everybody. Everything was cool, everything was a vibe. So the people that were there, it was this dyke, I wanna say, two of Small's homeboys and Small himself. So the dyke and one of the homeboys don't matter. Small and the other homeboy, he's gonna be important because he comes up in stories later on that I'm finna do. So we're gonna name him Fire. So Fire and me just clicked. Like, we was all hanging out. We had to go to Walmart. We had to go to like the gas station. We was just all having fun, cool. And me and Fire just clicked. Like, we was cool. Like, not clicked on no sexual vibe. Just on some like, bro, like, you was mad cool. Like, this my dog. We just met. Like, we was just talking, cool vibes. Like, everything was cool. So we get back to the Airbnb. Everybody's just chilling. Everybody's vibing. We all just chilling. So at one point, I bring up my ex. And I'm like, hey, do you know Street? And he's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I'm like, here we go, can it get any worse? So I'm like, what do you mean, oh my god? He's like, that's my bro. I'm like, he's like, wait, y'all used to mess around? I'm like, yeah, we did a little bit more than messing around. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, what do you, I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh my god. I'm like, what? He's like, we always have this thing where we always just like take each other bitches. And that should have been like my red flag to never ever even get back with Street later on, like I did. Well, I didn't get back with him, but go back to messing with him. I should have never did. And I should have just, when he said that, that's when I should have forever just, I should have left right there when he said we'd be taking each other bitches. Like, cause to be honest, now that I think about it, like, did he just, was this a setup? Was this a setup? Were you playing? Were you setting me up? Okay, anyways, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm just like, okay. Like, what do you mean by that? He was like, well, it's never on purpose. It was an accident. Like, we just be having the same bitches. And I'm like, okay. So I don't really think anything of it. So then Small goes told Fire and was like, he used to hey with Street. And I'm like, why are we telling everybody? So then here come Fire like, oh my god, you did? Like, me and bro, we did time together in jail. Just like, you know, everybody just telling me everything about damn Street. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm not here to talk about Street. I only brought it up. I don't even know why I brought it up. Maybe I was being messy. Honestly, I cannot remember why I brought it up. But I did bring, I just brought it up to bring it up. Honestly, I cannot remember, but I brought it up. And that was my fault. So Fire, like, so like maybe like 30 minutes later, Fire come in the room and was like, oh, I just got off the phone with, I was just on the phone with, what's it called, with Street. And I was like, okay, for what? He was like, we was just talking, he just called me. And I was like, you said I was here? He was like, nah. I was like, okay, cool. He said he didn't tell him I was there. We gonna get to Fire, little ass. Like I said, Fire was probably like maybe 4 or 5 years older than me, but he was cool. He the ops now, but he was cool. Like, he was cool. I was like, my bro, like, he was really, well, what I thought. But anyways, so skip to like towards the end of the night. Small comes in the bedroom and he's like, now you know what time it is. 30 seconds. That's all I'm gonna say. 30 seconds. That's when I missed street. I was like, this is it? This is all? When I say Small is his name for a reason, y'all put 2 and 2 together. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. When I tell y'all that was the biggest mistake of my life. So after we had, for 30 seconds, I was like, okay, cool, haha, done. All I could think about was street. All I could think about was street. So I texted street. And I was like, right after, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I miss you and I love you. He didn't even know what I was saying sorry for. But I knew what I was saying sorry for. And it wasn't for whatever he broke up with me. It was because I had just, small, when I say small is small. I got PTSD just thinking about it. When I say a waste of a body, I mean, I don't even consider it a body. 30 seconds is not a body. 30 seconds is not a body. I'm saying this now. 30 seconds is not a body. We go to bed, whatever. Everybody's cool. Wake up the next day. They can take me home. So I can't remember who was. Oh, the dyke was driving. There was the dyke and somebody else, and then me and Fire in the back. Excuse me. After that day, me and Small we did not talk no more. We did not talk no more. We did not talk no more. We did not communicate. We didn't have nothing else to say. So peace out, Small. So me and Fire are in the back of the car, and I just wanted my ex to know that I was with Fire. Like, I want you to know that I'm with your homies. After he told me that they was like in prison together, I'm like, you finna know. So me being smart and petty, I didn't know if my ex was like checking my page or not. So I said, hey Fire, give me your phone real quick. I hit him with that gang slime shit. And if I could find the video, I'm gonna insert it, but I'm gonna like put an emoji of his face for obvious reasons. But I was like, yeah, slime, yeah. I'm over here posting like myself on his story. That shit worked though, because guess what I got 5 minutes later? A screenshot of that story talking about what is this? I'm like, I didn't really think he was gonna reply, but he did. He sure did. And I don't know, I think we probably argued about it or something. I honestly cannot remember. I don't have the messages no more. We probably did argue about that shit because I'm linked up with his homeboys. So it was never really mentioned again. Like, well, after that, me and Saul never talked again. Me and Fire were like this. We was like this. After that, we was like this. We was tight. So, to my knowledge, okay, so mind you, this happened in November 2019. I assumed nothing else. I assumed that was that. I assumed he was never gonna. I assumed he was never gonna find out that I hate with his friend. I assumed he was never gonna find out because I'm thinking niggas know how to shh. Oh, let me just tell y'all what I'm about to tell y'all is really upsetting to me. It's really upsetting to me. For instance, we hung out in November. Oh my God, y'all, I just put 2 and 2 together because I remember the day that we hung out in November. No, in December when we hung out, he took my phone and he went in the bathroom and he low-key kidnapped me. And I'm finna tell y'all, y'all want that story time? Comment down below if y'all want the story time about how he kidnapped me. He did technically kidnap me. I don't care what anybody says. He technically kidnapped me. Y'all, he went through my phone and everything. That's why. I'm gonna tell y'all why. So we saw each other again in December, but after that we never spoke again. February 2020, he gets locked up. This man is locked up from February 2020 to December of 2020. So when he gets out, he FaceTimes me. I didn't answer because I was actually talking to somebody at the time because it'd been almost a year. And when he FaceTimes me, he ends up texting me. His first text to me when he got out of jail was, girl, I think it was like, girl, ain't you gonna answer your baby daddy or something along the lines of that. Mind you, we talked when he was locked up. I didn't even know he was locked up until like July 2020, June of 2020. We were talking for a while, but when I moved to Atlanta, I had school, I was trying to get a job. I just had so much to focus on that wasn't my ex that was locked up. That wasn't something I should be focusing on, clearly. And I started doing YouTube. It was just a lot. So I wasn't focused on my ex who was locked up. Mind you, he's my ex. So I'm talking to some boy in December when he gets out, and I continue talking to the boy. I don't link up with my ex. Finally, me and that boy stopped talking around like New Year's. We stopped talking like after New Year's. So me and my ex, we finally link back up and start talking. I think this is like the first day that we actually seen each other for real. He comes over and he's like, you know your boy locked up. talking about, but I played it stupid. So I'm like, who are you talking about? He pull up a picture of a small mugshot talking about some, your boy Small. And I was like, huh? I'm like, I put two and two together right then. I was like, so you knew? Like, you knew and you didn't want to tell me. Don't know why I didn't question for how long he knew, but I didn't question in that moment how long he knew. I don't know, something just didn't like make me question like how long has it been, you know? I don't really question like how long have you known. But I'm like, if you knew this whole time, why didn't you tell me? He was like, I didn't have to tell you, I just, in that moment, I assumed that Small had just told him, because I'm like, I messed with Small. I'm thinking Small told him. Me and Fire like this. Me and Fire talk like that's game. So I'm not thinking Fire. I'm not thinking anybody else told him. So I'm assuming Small told him. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He told me whatever. So at this time, he telling me, mind you, this is January 2021. Like this year, he telling me straight telling me I don't want a relationship. I don't want a relationship. All this other stuff. Now, come to think of it, it's like, did you not want a relationship or did you not want a relationship with me? Like, what was it? Like, why did you waste my time? But anyways, so after January, okay, so after that incident, me and Street still talking, we still cool, everything cool, whatever case may be. Fast forward 2021, me and Street on and off, whatever case may be, cool. Street started living with me for a few months. That's a whole nother story time. I got a lot of story times for y'all. So Street, when he's mad, he likes to bring up old things, and he likes to spill tea in the new stuff. So we're arguing about something like we always do. He brings up the incident about me messing with his homeboy, who I consistently told him I'm sorry, it was a mistake and everything else, and he just, I don't know how he feels, because the nigga never gonna tell you how he really feels, duh. Like, even if he was hurt by it, he's not gonna say he was hurt, duh. Which I know he was hurt by it. I know we loved each other. I know he was hurt, because I would be hurt too. But anyways, we were not together. He broke up with me. Some more stuff, you know. It's just a lot. It's a lot of BS. I'm gonna just say that. But I think when Street was here and me and my homegirl in my room, and we were all just talking. And I don't know, the situation about his homeboy came up again. I don't know how. It came up in front of my friends, so I really don't know how. But anyways, came up. And he was like, I said, oh yeah. I said, Small's messy self told him that what happened. He said, he did tell me, but he wasn't the first. I said, what? He was a second. I'm like, bro, okay, what's this nigga finna tell me that's finna piss me off? Then I start thinking about who else was in that room. So I look at him and I said, Fire? Him. With that little smirk on his little fucking ugly, you know what I'm saying? He not, yeah. But his heart and personality very much is, so, But I'm like, he's like, like when he said Fire, and I'm like, and he like he just shocked the fucking world with some damn news, which was shocking to me because for the past 2 years, me and Fire been like this. So whole time Fire been up in my face talking about stuff. I'm proud of you, I love you, like my bestie, my bro, like all this stuff. You was my op the whole time. You was the one that told him that we had fucked. And boy, do I got some story talking about Fire as well, but like that's not nor here nor there. But anyways, it's like, dang, Fire, you did me like that? I would have never did you like that. Like, really? I thought we were like this. And that's probably the karma for everything that's happened to both them, everybody in this story. Like, damn, I got my karma too. But anyways, so I guess that's how he found out that we had, yeah. I didn't find out now till 2021. Like, this probably happened like October. I found out October 2021. Almost 2 years later is when I found out who actually told him. But so he knew, and come to find out, he knew back when it happened, like the day it happened in November of 2019. So to me, it's just like you knew. And so when he was locked up, he didn't mention it. The calls, he didn't mention it. He never mentioned it until he got out and he saw me. I'm like, dang, this whole time you knew. So, but my thing is, Small has still tried to get at me. So, Small has slid in the DMs a couple of times, even after the situation. But I honestly feel like, and I'll tell, and when I was still messing with Street, I'll tell Street, like, hey Street, like, Small is like still on messages, and he would play like, oh, okay, like he don't care and shit and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, he was like, you shouldn't be entertaining it. You shouldn't be like, I'm like, who was entertaining it? Like, he's in my live commenting Heart Eyes. He's sliding up on my story. Like, how am I entertaining it? Like, I'm just like, okay. So I would tell Street or whatever. Me and Fire fell out for another reason, but when I found out this information, that made me never want to come back cool with Fire. So I got a story time with Fire too. I got a story time with a lot of stuff. So after all of that, so after he found out, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, him finding out was a little, yeah, I mean, I don't like that he knew the whole time and didn't like say anything, but I guess that was his right. And I know I'm wrong because I could have stopped myself the day that I got his Instagram. Now, like, let's look at it like this. If I didn't get his Instagram and I had linked up with him and we had messed around, all that, I feel like at that moment, he really shouldn't be mad because I wouldn't have genuinely known. But yeah, I did know after we had already been talking when I went and got his Instagram the day we decided to link up. And I was very upset. I was very mature. I would never do that now. That was 2 years ago. Well, guess what, it's been 2 years now. It's like, I would never do that now. You don't judge me for my past mistakes. We all make mistakes. Y'all not perfect. I'm just comfortable enough opening up on this app and telling y'all about my life, because I've made some not smart decisions, and this was one of them. That don't make me a thought, a hoe, whatever. And if it do to y'all, then cool. Like, I honestly don't care. Guess what? When y'all was trying to say a hoe can't be white, but half these niggas trying to white me. Anyways, y'all. Yeah, so that was the story time. Let me know if y'all want any more. Let me know if y'all want a story time about or why me and Fire fell out, because that's the whole story time. He's a little Or who else? Or do you want more Street story times? Because I got plenty of them about the time I got kidnapped by him, and some more, or about the time that I had him running down the highway for his phone and my phone. You know what? I got some stories for y'all, okay? But with that being said, I love y'all so much. Thank you for listening. Go ahead and subscribe right now. Like this video, thumbs up, all that. And I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah. Love y'all.